talking about the properties of waves. I'm going to talk about two different types of waves. Sound waves,
like this thunderstorm,
and light waves,
like these lights flickering on and off.
The properties I'm going to discuss are velocity, frequency, wavelength, amplitude, and period. So let's get started. According to Prentice Hall, a wave is a wiggle in space and time, a disturbance that repeats regularly and transmitted progressively from one place to the next with no actual transport of matter. Let's get cracking. The first property we're talking about is velocity. Velocity is speed together with the motion of direction. You can calculate a wave's velocity with this equation.
Go.
Wave speed equals wavelength times frequency, aka these symbols.
Yeah.
Frequency is the number of events per time. It's measured in hertz. It's the inverse of period.
Go.
To sum up that mouthful of a definition, frequency is the number of back and forth vibrations in a second.
Vibrations.
The equation for frequency is 1 over period, the time. On to my favorite property, wavelength. Wavelength is the distance from the top of a crest to the top of the following crest. It's also the distance between successive identical parts of a wave. If you weren't sure, the crest is where a wave is the highest or the disturbance is greatest. The trough is the opposite of crest, where the wave is the lowest point. To measure the wavelength, you can use the same equation you use for the velocity. Wave speed equals wavelength times frequency, aka these symbols. The wavelength is measured in meters because it's a distance.
No kidding.
My next topic of discussion is amplitude. Amplitude is another measure of distance. It measures distance from midpoint to the maximum crest of a wave, or equivalently from the midpoint to the minimum, the trough of a wave. Period is the time required for a pendulum to make one to and fro swing. In general, the time required to repeat a single cycle. Pendulums are objects that swing back and forth with such regularity that they have long been used to control the motion of clocks. Period depends only on the length of the pendulum and the acceleration of gravity. Its exact relationship for the period t of simple pendulum is t equals 2 pi square root of L over g. L is the length of a pendulum and g is the acceleration of gravity. Thanks for watching. Bill Nye. See you next time.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
The properties I'm going to discuss are speed together with the
Your eyes look awful.
What?
Your eyes are like dots.
Stop laughing at me.
I'm not laughing. There we go.
Inverse of period. To sum up that mouthful of a
Definition.
if you weren't sure, the quest is where
The quest?
Stop! You have to be so mean.
Oh, no one's gonna know what you're talking about. Go again.
Velocity,
Ready? Go. Where is the sign?
Distance. It measures the I literally.
Just start over.
Thank you and goodbye.